Okay, welcome to Drum Talk. And today we're going to talk about headphones. Now, if you have a recording studio, you have to have lots of headphones to do sessions with multiple people in your studio. So today I'm going to talk about the best choices for headphones that I've found. And I've gone through a lot of different headphones. So we're going to bring some of them out and we're going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about pricing too. Now first off, some of my videos I use a type of headphone that's not a traditional headphone, but they're called in-ear monitors. And about 4 years ago I bought some in-ear monitors from a company called 1964 Ears, and I think they just go by 1964. And my custom molded in-ear monitors are from them. And as you can see, these are custom molded in-ear monitors. Shure makes some really nice monitors. Westone makes some nice monitors. There's a whole bunch of companies that make them with the little foamy things that go in. I never got those to sound right in my ears. I preferred regular headphones to those until I got these. So this is what I use when I play in church, wherever I have a situation where I can plug into a good headphone system. Now these require going to an audiologist, an ear doctor, who does ear testing, and then they'll put wax in your ears for about 15 minutes and make a wax mold, and then you send them to the company and they make these. And these only fit on me. These are probably the most expensive headphones I've ever bought at a cost of about 450 bucks today. These are triple drivers. Now I think they may even be more money today, to be honest. 4 years ago they were 400 and change. In-ear monitors require care. You have to take care of them, you have to clean them periodically. It's really important you do that. Keep the wax out of your ear out of the in-ear monitors. Now let's talk about more traditional headphones. Now I'll start at the top of the line. A lot of guys love these headphones. These are the BEYER Dynamic DT750 Pros. And these go anywhere from 150 to 250 bucks depending on where you get them. And they're designed for better bass response. And I usually give them to bass players. I rarely use them for tracking drums, because I always feel like when I track drums it doesn't isolate enough for me, even though they say that they're isolation headphones. But they really sound really nice if you want to get a big fat bass track on your track. So a lot of guys really like these headphones. I have a pair. A lot of times I give them to vocalists or bass players when we're doing sessions. My most popular pair of headphones, and I've had these for about 15 years now. I had 3 pairs at one time. These are the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros. And these still today go for around $100. I think I picked them up on sale for 75 bucks on one of those great Guitar Center sale days when they used to have back in the early 2000s. And I bought 3 pairs that day. So mine are all getting beat up. By the way, headphones in a recording studio is just waiting to get broken. And I still have 2 pairs of these left. But the 3rd pair has been crushed and broken. I think one of the drivers went on it, or I think it might have been the cable. That's the key with these things, is to take care of the cables. And one of the ways I take care of the cables is I don't wrap them at all, and having the extra adapters. So these are really high-end quality headphones for a studio player. Plus they can actually put away this way if you'd like. The next pair of headphones is the standard FIRTH headphones. I don't know how many of you guys use these. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, these are probably a 1. They're pretty obnoxious headphones to wear and sound. I found them to be really nasty sounding. And I keep them around for people that are hanging around the studio but aren't doing anything in it. I usually hand them to them and put them on their head. They isolate the drums, but I don't know, they don't sound very good. And I think what I'm looking for when I'm playing a track is I want it to sound good. These go usually for about 40 to 50 bucks depending on where you get them. And these are probably one of the worst set of isolation headphones you can get, is the FIRTH, in my opinion. Now, my first set of isolation headphones that I bought, actually this is not true, it's not my first set. My first set's not here. The first set were the Gordy Knudsen GK Music headphones, the lower line one. And he's got 2 lines of isolation headphones. isolation headphones are what drummers want to wear because they block out about 30 dB of noise around you. So you're cutting out the high frequencies of the cymbals, and it usually makes the drums sound okay in the headphones by themselves before you put the mix into your headphones. The GK Music cheaper model is a good set of headphones. Only problem is the band is a little tight on your head, and after about 10 years I kind of messed the cable up, so I got one side issue. I've had the cable replaced one other time too. The next pair I got, which I thought were supposedly to be the better ones, Paul Lime was basically endorsing these. Paul Lime is a Nashville session drummer. He's played with Lionel Richie and Pete Cetera and Shania Twain and Neil Diamond and all kinds of people. He was endorsing these back in the late 90s, and I bought 2 pairs of these I've had. The problem with this headphone, and these are made by Big Bang Distribution, I think, the ones who do the Moon Gel, believe it or not. And they've had these for a long time. They had a metronome. You would turn this on, there's a battery here, go click, 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 so you could practice to a metronome. That was cool. The worst part about these headphones, though, is the pad for the ears. They were water filled, and after a while the plastic cracks and the water drips out, and believe it or not, they don't work as well when the ears have to be replaced. And it costs about $5 to replace the ears, but I've replaced them 2 or 3 times, and so these kind of sit there I only pull them out if I really need to. The next ones are the extreme direct sound isolations, but I'll tell you the problem with those: the plastic headband. I had them for about 2 years and the headband broke, so one of my extra pairs of the Metrophones became the headbands to these, and they actually work pretty well when you do this. And these are actually a pretty nice sounding headphone. So, I mean, technically the Extreme Isolation EX29s are the ones a lot of guys like to have in studios, and they work really well. The better, if you want a real good pair of extreme isolation type headphones, the GK Music version, I forget what they call them, their headphones, they're the high-end ones, about $200. They've got Sony drivers in them for the Sony headphones that a lot of studios carry. I don't have a pair of those. I can't remember the numbers, I'm forgetting it. But those are really nice headphones from what I hear, and I've seen a lot of guys wear them. They look kind of like really good racing car muffs you can see in a racing car place. So, headphones, something you definitely want to see. Now, I'm just going to bring this up because these are the pair that you probably see most often when I'm wearing headphones on my videos. And believe it or not, this is one of the cheapest pair of headphones I've bought in a long time. And I bought them because they look kind of like the old AKG 240s, which is a studio staple. And these headphones are the CAD MH310s. And I bought them for $29.99 at Musician's Friend Deal of the Day. I bought 2 pairs. And the little piece that makes the adjustment broke, but I kind of fixed that with an old zip tie, as we call it in the cable industry, or tie wrap. But other than that little break there's been no problems. And these headphones sound phenomenal. The drums sound phenomenal outside coming in to these headphones. So I have 2 pairs of them, and you see these on me more often than not when I'm not playing with the in-ears. Really reasonably priced headphones. So if I had to buy reasonably priced headphones, I would buy these when they're on sale because these are really nice headphones and I get no complaints about them. If you want a really good headphone, you go for the BEYER Dynamic DT770s. And if you want a good intermediate, great headphone, the Sennheiser 280s. Alright, so that's my headphone discussion for this week. I'll probably put some music on the front and back end as I normally do. This is part 2 of my studio tour. Now let me say one other thing about this, so hopefully this gets to the camera. You need a good mix. And one of the things I'm going to talk about next is audio interfaces. Because the audio interface and the mixing board, the way you mix your drums and how they sound in your headphones is really critical to getting a great drum track on a drum cover, in my opinion. What you hear is important. And everything I do goes through a headphone amplifier I have sitting right here so I can adjust it. Alright? And all of my, I actually have a separate send for my drum mixes. I actually have separate sends for anybody in the studio. I have a send. You can set your own headphone mix. And that's critical too if you're doing live tracking. But we'll get into that next time. Anyhow, that's headphones. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.